What's going on, people of YouTube? This is J. Jonathan Reno, and I wanted to bring y'all a fantastic pickups video. I just got back from meeting with a guy, and I just wanted to show y'all this amazing haul that I got. It's basically the Super NES and NES, but I want to run through this quick because there's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go over anything really. I'm just going to keep zooming through, and this is an awesome haul. It's one of my best ones yet. So here we go. We'll start with some simple stuff. I got, let's see, there's two SNES controllers. Let's see, I'm gonna be let's see, there's two more. These aren't the most important things, so I'm gonna save the best for last. FC Twin, nothing special about it. Plays NES cartridges as well as Super NES, which is nice. I like to play on the originals, so I probably won't be using that. This is very cool. I did not have one of these. This is the Super NES Mini. Very nice, a lot smaller, a little bit more sleek, different outputs for the back. I'm excited about hooking that up and playing with that one. Let's start running through some games here. I'm just going to, like I said, be zooming through them, saving the best for last here. So we'll start out. We got the Rocketeer, classic game. You'll notice that I think it's DS on a few of these games. The person that I met, actually, his name was Derek. And these were his games growing up, which is always the best type of people you want to meet for this stuff. And I bet you he had a dog, because there's a handful, probably like 4 or 5 games that have a few teeth marks on them, but luckily not the good stuff. Alright, let's see. We got Frogger. Not the greatest condition on the label, but that's alright. We got classic Beethoven here. Nothing too special, but look at that tooth mark here. Ain't that a little bit ironic on that game? Let's see here. We got Jurassic Park. We got ESPN Speed World. We have Paperboy 2. And I actually think this is the only double in the whole haul that I got. Let's see here. I have Mario is Missing, which I didn't have, which is awesome. A little bit of tear on that, but nothing too terrible. I got T2 Terminator, which is awesome. The arcade port. Arcade game. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. I'm a big fan of the Donkey Kong series. They're all fantastic games. Let's see here. I think everybody has Caesar's Palace at some point. It's a good coaster. Sorry, if you're into that game, I'm sorry. We got Space Football, which is interesting. It's football in space with vehicles. Let's see, we have, yeah, there's the other Paperboy 2. And this one's in really good condition, so I'll be getting rid of the other one. Let's see, we have X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. Very cool. This is another one that's got a few teeth marks on it, but luckily that's not too pricey of a game, so I'm not hating on that too badly. We have Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. A lot of these games I got to clean up. I got to definitely go through them before I put them on the shelf. We got Tiny Toons, Buster's Bust Loose. There's a handful of Tiny Toon games out there, and they're all kind of fun, kind of ditzy little games. Top Gear. This is a Kimco game. It's got a lot of marker on there. A lot of these games, but see, I love it. All these games that you see with the DS. I mean, this dude was the original owner. Got a big box from him. We negotiated a price. The price was very good. I almost don't want to tell you what it is because you're going to hate me when I show you the last games. All right, let's see here. We got Toy Story, classic game. Indiana Jones's Greatest Adventures. It's another classic. Let's see. And you'll notice there's very, very few sports games, but there are a handful of them. NFL Quarterback Club, LJN Classic, which is complete contradiction. Beavis and Butthead. This is a very fun, funny game to have on the SNES. That's a good one to have in the collection. Not a big wrestling fan. Another LJN games, WWF Royal Rumble. Let's see here. Ken Griffey Jr. Which one's this? Winning Run. I actually don't remember ever playing that one. I might have to pop that in and give that a go. I don't remember that one. Let's see here. We got Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball. Ken Griffey Jr. was big at this time, if you haven't caught on by now. If you're getting into retro gaming or you just never knew about it to begin with. At the time, Ken Griffey Jr. was the man. Bass Masters Classics. Believe it or not, this is a very cheap game, but it's a very fun game. If you like little fishing games, that's a very cool one to have. The Jungle Book, a very cool game, very artsy as far as the way it looks. It's very true to the cartoon movie of it. Tasmania. Let's see. NBA Hang Time. Not as fun as NBA Jam, but this is definitely a fun little baseball game. Or what am I saying? Basketball game. You can tell I'm excited in the way I'm talking. Batman Returns, which is good because I did not have this. Super Mario World. If you don't have this and you have a Super Nintendo, what's wrong with you? Get on there and get that. Alright, we're going to get into some some NES games. I have more Super Nintendo games I'm going to show you at the end, but you'll see why I'm saving them. Alright. We have the Guardian Legend for NES. Tom and Jerry, which I wanted that one. I wanted to run through it. I remember playing that a long time ago. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I do have already, so I'll be getting rid of that one. Major League Baseball. Oh, let's see. Cobra Command. Boulder Dash, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't have that one. Don't like the art on it, but A lot of these older NES games didn't have the best art. Tailspin, fun game. Oh, I definitely got to clean these up before they go on the shelf. They look terrible. Tiny Toon Adventures 2, Trouble in Wackland? I can't remember what that one is. It's something. But Konami always makes pretty good games. Let's see what else we got. We got, what would it just NFL? Probably a standard. Silent Service. Everybody has a copy of this. This is not an expensive game. Not the greatest, but keep it in the collection. Mac Rider. Oh, fantastic Black Label game. Or Black Box game, I believe. Super Off-Road. We have Cybernoid, which is kind of common, but still a good game. That one's actually in really good condition. Let's see. Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. Super Mario Brothers 2. Oh, Super Mario Brothers 3. Classic Tetris. 8 Eyes. Good game. Very fun to play. Another, I guess I do got a double of this one, but this is such a common game. Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. And Tengen Baseball with RBI Baseball, which makes it a little bit more sought after, I guess, just for the Tengen case. But now, this is probably more what you've been waiting for. It's the better stuff of the haul. I see this massive pile of games and that little fat cat looking at me. Let's start off with Ninja Gaiden. The first game in the installment. Very fun game. This is utilized cutscenes that were very new to the time. Very, very fun. We have Metroid. Very good condition. Original label, not the re-release label, I believe. Awesome game. Very awesome game. We have Vice, Project Doom, a little bit more harder to find of a game. It's got some label tear right here, but nothing that's going to piss me off because it's going to go on the shelf because it's a harder game to find. And then we have, this one it's not a torn label, but it does have a sticker that's going to take a little bit of time and patience to get off. And that is Frankenstein, The Monster Returns. Harder to find game. You can tell this sticker's been on here for quite some time, and I bet you I can remove that one without it looking terrible. And now for the cream of the crop, we're going to get into some Super Nintendo games. First off, we have Double Dragon, or Battletoads and Double Dragons here, which is very cool. Not as sought after as the NES version, but very, very cool. Let's see, we have Super Smash TV. Very awesome. Let's see, and this is a very, very nostalgic game that I used to love to death. Rock and Roll Racing. Had some very cool sounds to it, some good music. Oh, let me get this one out of the way. I put this over here just because I actually lost my copy, and I'm glad that I found this again because I wanted to run through it. Terrible condition, but Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, torn label, but that's fine with me if it plays, because if I find my other one's in very good condition, but that gives me something to play on. Let's see here. We have, oh, I don't know why I forgot to tell you that one. Donkey Kong Country, the original. Awesome game. That's the best one in my opinion, but maybe other people may have other things to say about that. We have Mega Man X, which is a fantastic, very cool game. There's Mega Man X, X2, and X3. X3 is ridiculously expensive. That's cool to have that one. I never did before. We have, now when I saw the picture, and this is the first time that I used the Letgo app on your phone. You know, it's kind of like a more hip version of Craigslist. I saw this buried in there, and that's what made me want to go after this. Was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, the fourth installment. Very cool game, very sought after, and getting very hard to find. But the last game that I found that I was very surprised was in here was Sparkster. Very good condition, Konami game. I'm going to clean this one up. I'm going to make it very nice. But very rare, very sought after, awesome game. But other than that, I got some cords, some you know, some RCAs, some wall jacks. Nothing spectacular other than that. But this whole haul was awesome. I paid $100 for everything, and typically I don't pay that much when I meet someone. But when I saw a few of the things that he had in this big old box, I was like, all right, take my money, let's roll out. It was fantastic. I was very excited. I mean, hell, these two games right here are pay for that and then give me $20 in gas. That's what's fantastic about that. And I'm not going to sell but the doubles that I have, but that was very cool. It can happen to anybody. It was my first time that I really got a good lick on this one. It's getting harder and harder to find these retro games. But I'm happy, and hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And thank you for watching.